a homeless explosion on the West Coast. Cities like Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and San Diego have a combined increase of 19,000 people who are homeless in just the last 2 years. That's the increase. The cities blame rising rent and housing prices. What's the takeaway and what's the solution?
Are the homeless coming from people who used to have homes, or the homeless coming from people who are just moving into the city? Which one is it? And let me give you a rationale as to why.
The former.
So people who had homes,
yes,
and now they don't have homes.
Correct.
So why are they staying in California? Why stay in California? If you can't afford the home, you can't stay. You go somewhere else. You get into levels of migration. Dear Lord, when you couldn't feed your family during the Dust Bowl, you left Kansas. And if you say to me, Tony, it's hard to leave, it's not necessarily hard to leave. It's hard to live on the streets. That would be my take. It's a lot easier to leave and go restart the life elsewhere. I don't think any of this is easy, but if you ask me why I think this is happening, well, if you have a society like California is a society that will pay you, that will help you constantly and consistently when it shouldn't be help of constant handouts, but rather help getting you back on your feet and creating a cultural norm that gets people back on their feet, you'd have a lot more people in houses. But when you can't afford the house anyway, you don't try and stay in California. You got to go. So paying people to stay homeless, or paying people in terms of thinking that that's somehow doing good by throwing dollars at them, that doesn't do anything. That only exacerbates a problem. And then not having a place to live. I didn't like that question because it went too long.